Well. Listen, the Holy Scriptures say in the book of Psalms 90, verse 12, Lord, teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. In other translation, it says, teach us to realize the brevity of life so that we may grow in wisdom. Teach us to number our days that we may get the heart of wisdom. I want to speak to you, perhaps something that you may take for granted. And first of all, I would like to give credence to my alma maters, beginning with one of the good schools of the time then. Liggins will understand where we used to do what we call elocution competition. The great Namasagali College in the days of the Reverend D. Grimes. He taught us how to do what they call elocution competition, poetry. If there is any school that teaches you how to have the confidence in terms of public speaking and good English, it was Namasagali College then. And if it was another school that perhaps taught you the astuteness of becoming academic giants, it was Mwiri. And if there is any school that gave you the thirst and hunger or the quest for knowledge, it was Chira College Butiki. And if there is a school that gives you the right to move with the elegancy of academic proficiency, it is King's College Budo. For the other schools, I do not know, but I know that they do a great work, not so. So I got to know about this poem, If, by Rudyard Kipling, which I want to speak to you this morning. And incredibly, I used to sit in the room of some of the biggest brains in this country during one of my alma mater days in Mwiri. Dr. Nicholas, who was, I think, the head prefect one time and one of the best brains in the country. He wrote it, he used to put it in his room. And I wondered, although I got to know first of it from Namasagali College, but when I went to Busoga College, Mwiri, I got to see more of it. And it's called Rudyard Kipling. Listen, even before I begin going through Rudyard Kipling's poem of If, I want to be mindful of the fact that life is a journey and not a destination. And many of us make that mistake. Life is a journey and not a destination. So in life, even as you begin to pursue life, you should be careful of the fantasies that you may have. Because sometimes we may crave for certain things, thinking that when we get them, we will have answers to our problems, only to realize that that's the beginning of a quest, a constant quest for other things. So desires, according to some philosophers like Pascal, must be constantly absent, like a mirage. Because the moment you get it, then you realize you don't want it anymore. It is not the it that you want, but it's the fantasy of it. That's why they say that the hunt is sweeter than the kill. So in life, we have to be mindful. And I was telling you about this poem, If, by Rudyard Kipling, but I also tell you another one called My Soul Has a Heart, which I also got to get to know, but also more get appreciated by one of the great academic giants, again, of this country, Dr. Kavumba, who is an alma mater of King's College Budo. So you see, when you begin to brush shoulders or, rub shoulders with the likes of people who are sui generis or who are magna cum laude, then you begin to understand, or summa cum laude, then you know that we're swimming in deep waters. So let me just go through If with you so that you can comprehend what I'm talking about. If, by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about but don't deal in lies, or being hated but don't give over to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can walk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if all men can count with you but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of a distance run, yours is the earth and everything that is in it, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. Listen, my friends, in life, as I told you, life is a journey and not a destination. So sometimes even as you begin to pursue these zeals and desires and aspirations, you should be mindful of the fact that you're going to hit some rocks and challenges. But that should not bar you from the constant pursuit of your desires or your dreams. Because the moment you give up, you will not succeed. But the moment you keep craving, the moment you keep moving, the moment you keep holding on to that faith, then guess what? One day your dream will come to fulfillment. I want to read you another poem which is interesting, and you will understand what I'm talking about in terms of what life is all about. It's a poem by Mario De Andre, and it talks about, again, the quest of life. What is the meaning of life? In life, what should be your purpose, if there's anything like that? And it goes like this. My soul has a heart. It's a poem by Mario De Andre. I counted my years and realized that I have less time to live than I have lived so far. I feel like a child who won a pack of candies. At first he ate them with pleasure, but when he realized that there was little left, he began to taste them intensely. I have no time for endless meetings where statutes, rules, procedures, and internal regulations are discussed, knowing that nothing will be done. I no longer have the patience to stand absurd people who, despite their chronological age, have not grown up. My time is too short. I want the essence. My spirit is in a hurry. I do not have much candy in the package anymore. I want to live next to humans, very realistic people who know how to laugh at their mistakes and who are not inflated by their own triumphs and who take responsibility of their actions. In this way, human dignity is defended and will live in truth and honesty. It is the essentials that make life useful. I want to surround myself with people who know how to teach or to touch the hearts of those whom hard strokes of life have learned to grow with sweet touches of the soul. Yes, I'm in a hurry. I'm in a hurry to live with intensity that only maturity can give. I do not intend to waste any of the remaining desserts. I'm sure they will be exquisite, much more than those I've eaten so far. My goal is to reach the end satisfied and at peace with my loved ones and my conscience. Listen, my friend, and this is the magic that I want you to comprehend. We have two lives, and the second begins when you realize you only have one life. My friend, make it a purpose in life to live every day like there is no other day, because you do not know the time. That's why I began with the scripture which says, Lord, teach us to know how to number our days. I want to be like Dr. King, who said, when that time comes, I don't want to be remembered by the many accolades, by the many prizes that I've won, but I want to be remembered as a drum major of justice. I also don't want to be remembered by the so many books that I've written, perhaps 30 running now, but I want to be remembered as the person who gave you hope, who spoke confidence to your heart, who encouraged you to keep moving and to never, never, never give up. My friends, let's think outside the box and throw the box away. God bless you and be encouraged.